And we are live, coming to you from Acumen Stadium on the campus of St. Clair College in Windsor, Ontario, as we are continuing Day 2 action of the 2022 Canadian Collegiate Softball Association National Championship Tournament. My name is Dan Dominguez, and I, along with the Wii Digital crew, will be bringing you all the action as 8 teams from across Canada will do battle in hopes of becoming the 2022 CCSA National Champions. We had an exciting Day 1 yesterday. Western had a walk-off victory over the Calgary Dinos 1-0. Humber followed that game up with a 9-0 win over Ottawa. Western took the third game 3-0 over Humber, and Calgary came from behind to take an 8-4 win over Ottawa in the final game of Day 1. First game of Day 2 saw the Western Mustangs defeat the Ottawa GGs 1-0. The Pool B standings here in the 2022 tournament have Western clinching the bye at the top of the standings with a 3-0 record. Ottawa's hopes of winning a title are gone. They're 0-3. Today's matchup has the Calgary Dinos taking on the Humber Hawks. Both teams stand at 1-1. The winner will clinch the second seed in Pool B action, and the loser will be in the third spot. We hope you all make it down to St. Clair campus. We have action at Acumen Stadium, as well as behind us at St. Clair Sports Park. The St. Clair Saints women's softball team are about to begin their game as well, right as we have first pitch. So the first batter of the game, Shea Hilpert. Got the Stevens battery. Emma Stevens, Megan Stevens for the Dinos. First pitch in there for strike one. The Dinos wearing their traditional Saturday tournament pink uniforms. Can see them from up here from miles away. In the beautiful pink jerseys. Swinging strike two. Hilpert tries a running swing and unable to make contact. 0-2 now. Stevens has her in a hole. Another running slap hit. Left field line. Fair ball. She's around second, heading to third. She holds back at second. Close down the left field line. A leadoff double for the Humber Hawks. Head coach Dwayne Bowles down the third base line in the coach's box, giving a sign to his runner at second. And batter Christina D'Angelo, the left fielder. Fouled straight back at our camera. D'Angelo in her second year at Humber. She's hitting a .510 batting average in OCAA action this season. A slugging percentage of .673. Another foul ball this way. The Dino fans scramble. Calgary's got a good contingent of fans here, bundled up. 2 strikes now to D'Angelo. Fouled straight back again. D'Angelo making Stevens work for that third strike. So 0-2, nobody out here. Leadoff batter is on second base. Another foul ball back towards the cameraman again. We'll redo it again on 0-2. So D'Angelo making the fans work, scrambling for these foul balls. The 0-2 pitch from Stevens. Fouled off, out of play again. Hilpert off a second. Little check swing. Second baseman. Holzinger's there. Makes the play. Runner holds at second. First out. So Ferreira now comes to the bat. 1 out, 1 on. Top of the first inning. Ferreira. In 17 games, 50 at-bats this season, batting .420. A big slugging percentage of .840. 5 home runs in OCAA play this year. Go along with 8 stolen bases. Having a strong season in her 4th year at Humber. Hard fastball from Stevens, just missed. 2-0. Corner infielders just about even with the bag. First baseman creeping in a little bit. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Two and one now, 1 out. Hilpert still on second base with her leadoff double. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. She's late on that fastball for strike number 2. 2-2. Just a reminder, we'll try and get you updates from the St. Clair women's softball team on the St. Clair Sports Park Diamond as they take on UBC from Okanagan in a rematch from last year's gold medal. High, strike 3. She's out with out number 2. She took that pitch just above the belt. Umpire rings her up for out number 2. So first baseman McPherson, the tall right-hander in her 3rd year, hitting .410 in league play this year. Swing and a miss. Big swing. She has 3 homers on the season, slugging .744 in league play. The 0-1 pitch from Stevens. She rocks and fires. High foul ball. Curving. She's going to run out of room. Cordair gave it chase. Just running out of room down the left field side. McPherson's down 0-2. Two strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second base. Jessica McPherson, tall right-handed hitter, ready. Fastball, swing and a miss for a 3rd strike. The Dinos are out of the inning. They'll be coming to bat here in the bottom of first. We'll be back here on We Digital.
For every big breath, for every little breath, and for every breath in between, Ontario Power Generation is committed to keeping Ontario's air clean. That's why the power we generate is 99% free of smog and carbon emissions. Because clean air matters to us all.
Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
We're back here at Acumen Stadium, bottom of the first inning. No score. The catcher, Megan Stevens, is going to lead things off for the Dinos. Dinos wearing their traditional pink jerseys here on Saturday of a tournament. The Dinos bench fired up here on a brisk Saturday morning. Acumen Stadium, the campus of St. Clair College, takes the first pitch in for a strike. Megan Stevens, her third year, studying nursing. She's out of North Vancouver, BC. Swing hit hard. Leaping catch by Julie Kostick for out number 1. She reached up, a sure takeaway, a sure single in the center field. Beautiful play for Humber. McKenna Regier now. Left-hander in the box, 5'5", her second year out of White Rock, BC. Little dribble over the third, fires across the diamond for out number 2. Quick 2 outs here for the Humber defense. Haley Reed now, the third baseman. Takes strike 1 on the outer part of the plate. Megan Muir, the pitcher. She'll be throwing to her battery mate, Michaela Tuck. Strike 2. Ferrer at third, Russo at short, Kostick at second. I have McPherson at first, but that's not McPherson over there. That looks like Brianna Oliver. Little grounder flipped over to Oliver. 3 quick outs for the Humber D. So we're through 1 completed Acumen Stadium. No score. We'll be back for the second inning here on We Digital.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded.
So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
What can milk do? Well, it can turn you into a morning person. It can help fuel some pretty tough stuff. And it can definitely make cartoons funnier.
No, it can't.
Oh, well, it can have a little edge. But come on, even kiddies love it. It'll keep up with you at any age. It makes engines whir and creme brulee creamy. It's one of the easiest labels you'll ever read. And anything that makes this happen is pretty special. In fact, what can't milk do?
Getting ready on defense. Amelia Russo, the shortstop, comes to bat. The big right-handed hitter. Check swing. Strike 1. Russo hitting .275 in OC AA play. Slugging at .412. 1 homer, 10 RBIs so far this season. Home plate up. Fixes home plate. We're ready to go, 0-1. Hard foul diving try by Haley Reed. Unable to make the play. Valiant effort there on the third base side. Dwayne Bowles, head coach and third base coach for the Humber Hawks. Pop fly into the grandstand this way. The fans retrieve that ball and toss it back to the Humber dugout. 0-2. Low fastball, just missed. Coach Bowles over there on third base in his 6th year with the Hawks. 1-2 pitch from Stevens. Popped up behind the catcher to the backstop. She runs out of room. Megan Stevens gave it a look. Unable to come up with it. The count remains 1-2. Shortstop Leah Weinkoff repositions. Hard hit in the left field. Cordair is there. She makes the catch for out number 1. Russo gave it a ride, but Cordair barely had the move for that first out. DeVries now. In limited at bat, she's hitting 500 and slugging over 800 in OCAA play. Takes strike one. She has a home run and 9 RBIs in OCAA play. Swing and a miss for the strike. Emma Stevens looks at her catcher, Megan Stevens, rocks and fires. High pop fly. Shortstop Weinkoff battling the wind. She's underneath it and makes the catch for out number 2. Megan Muir now the batter. She's also pitching for the Humber Hawks. Two out, nobody on. Ball just missed. 1-0. Quick moving game so far here in Acumen Stadium, the beautiful campus of St. Clair College here in Windsor, Ontario. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball high. We have games all day long here on WeDigital.ca. You can find us on our Facebook page, WeDigital Facebook page, as well as the YouTube page for all the links to catch all the action all weekend long. The 2-0 pitch. Just missed. 3-0. Stevens now trying to get back in the groove on the 3-0 pitch. Strike one. Muir taking all the way. Fly ball, shallow left field. Gabriela Cordair is there and makes the catch for the 3rd out. So we're going to head to the bottom of the 2nd. Still no score. We'll be back here on We Digital.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Email from school about the incident today.
Scary.
You know, teachers like me, parents, we don't always know as much as you guys do about what's going on with other kids.
Half the time, it's rumors.
Yeah, but if you're ever concerned about a friend who's having trouble with alcohol, prescription drugs, anything, you need to tell an adult, someone you know and trust. That can be hard, but speaking up about a problem is what helping a friend is all about.
And we're back here, bottom of the 2nd. First pitch for a ball. The wind blowing a little bit just out towards the right field foul pole on the goal post here at Acumen Stadium. Sun and cloud mix. Chilly morning. We bring you bottom of the 2nd. That's Cordair up the bat. She's got a 2-0 count. Little changeup. Left fielder charging hard. D'Angelo's there. Makes the catch for out number 1. She had to go a long way. She was playing deep. Russo unable to backpedal in time, but D'Angelo makes the play for out number 1. So first baseman Chloe Mayer. The tall righty's in her 2nd year. Hits a end of the back grounder over the Ferreira. Fires the first in the dirt. Brianna Oliver unable to come up with it. She is safe at first. So we'll have to see what's with McPherson. She hit in the first inning and struck out, but Oliver has come in to replace her defensively. After one. Brooke Stoylan now. Takes strike one. Got a score update behind us at St. Clair Sports Park. St. Clair Saints and the UBC Okanagan are through one inning with no score. Pick off down the first base. Not in time. Are they the Heat? Is that what their name is? 1-1 now. The right-hander ready. Muir rocks and fires. High fastball. Just missed ball two. 1-on-1 out here in bottom of the second inning. Swing and a miss, strike two. Defensively in the outfield, Humber has D'Angelo, Koziolik, and Hilpert left, center, and right. The 2-2 pitch. Hit hard in the right field, battling the sun. It's over her head. The batter hangs at first base. Chloe Mayer had to hold up about halfway to see if the right field to Hilpert was going to catch that. It sailed over her head, causing Stoylan to hold at first base with a long single. So it's first and third now. We'll see if Calgary has anything brewing here. We'll see if Humber elects to throw through to try and get the stealing Stoylan. Shortstop Russo playing really close to the bag in case there is a throw at second or to try and turn to double play. Important game here in Pool B. Both teams stand at 1-1. The winner will claim the 2 seed in this Pool B bracket. The 0-1 pitch. High fastball. She's going halfway. They throw through. They got her hung up between first and second. Halfway now they got the runner hung up. Shortstop's not sure what to do with it, and she hangs on, and everybody retreats. Oh, now she's running the second. They got her hung up there again. They're chasing her down. She's out at safe at second. They're going to have an argument there, I think. She was well off the base path. She was well off the base path. Umpire said safe. She had to have been 3 yards. They have about 3 feet, but she was a solid. We're on the football field here at Acumen Stadium. She was 3 yards, which is 9 feet. So she was well off the base path there. They call her safe. A questionable call here by the umpires. From the baseline that you create, you get a 3-foot radius from that baseline that you create. But even if she was a yard past, she was still 2 yards well out of the base path there. A solid 6 feet. So a poor call by base umpire there, leading to the first run of the ball game for the Dinos. So the Dinos get a break from Blue in that first bottom of the second inning. Fouled straight back. The 1-2 pitch. Muir rocks and fires. Hit hard down the left field line. Just out of the reach of Ferreira. Count remains 1-2. One and two now. The pitcher, Emma Stevens, up the bat. That's flared into right field. That's going to drop into the gap and head to the fence. Stevens around first. A run scores, and she's in with a stand-up double. The Dinos lead 2-0. The Humber defense meeting at the mound. A little shaken after that questionable call. The Hawks will try and regroup here in the bottom of the second. Still one out. Misses high. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Weir fires it by her counterpart on the mound today, Emma Stevens. 1-1 pitch. Just misses. 2-1. Holzinger now fouls it back to the screen. 2-2. Stevens on second base after that gapper drove in the second run of the ball game for the Dinos. Holzinger, her fourth year, hits a slow roller to second base, flips it to first for the out. Runner moves up to third base with 2 outs. Stevens now stands at third. So Kostick on the slow rollers, able to flip it over to Brianna Oliver for out number 2. The shortstop Weinkoff comes to the plate. Second year out of Macklin, Saskatchewan. Studying kinesiology. Shortstop playing really deep in the middle of the Saints logo, near midfield of the football field. Hard shot over the third base coach's head. He ducks for cover. That's head coach Neil Harlos over there on third. A little change up there, just missed. 2-1. Megan Muir now rocks and fires. Takes strike 2 on the outer part of the plate. 2-2 to Weinkoff. 2-2, 2 outs, 2-0 lead in the second. Fouled out of play. Two and two now. We are rocks and fires. Change up. Strike 3 swinging. And Humber, after a little controversy, cost them a run. They get out of the inning. They trail 2-0. And we'll be back here on We Digital.
No. I never smoked any. Sure, I smoked a bit. But it was more your mom who was into it. Pot grows naturally, but it won't help you grow as a person.
Talking cannabis with your teen can be learned. Download our free brochure.
You know what? Poison ivy grows naturally, but it's not good for you, is it?
Find the answers you need at drugfreekidscanada.org.
And we're back here at Acumen Stadium, home of the Saints. Top of the third action. This Humber Hawks coming to bat. Emma Stevens still on the hill. Takes the first pitch in there for strike number 1. Catcher Michaela Tuck in there. The big right-hander. Just misses ball 1. 1-1 the count. I think the scoreboard has it incorrect. Stevens rocks and fires high. Misses a strike zone. 2-1. Tuck's her second year at Humber. Hitting .417 in OCA play. Hits a line shot foul down the left field line. Cordair chases it down and flips it back to the infield. Counts even at 2. Emma Stevens gets her sign. Wheels and fires. Change up. Just misses. She really pulled the string on that pitch. The Calgary pitcher and third baseman having a good laugh at that slow changeup. Full count pitch. Hard hit foul down the left field line. Reed knocked it down. Home plate ump correctly calling it foul. We'll redo the full count pitch. Stevens leans back, wheels and fires. Hit hard up the middle. Shortstop has a little trouble with it, bobbles, can't make the play. Weinkoff had a little trouble with that one. Tuck on base with a leadoff. We'll see if they rule it a hit or an error. That's a tough play for the shortstop there, but they haven't put a hit on the board, so it looks like it was ruled an error on the shortstop. Koziolik now, her 4th year. Slugging a strong .565 in OCAA league action. Fouled straight back towards our cameraman. The Humber bench making some noise, trying to get a rally going as they trail 2-0 to the Dinos. Swing and fouled straight back. We'll do the 0-2 pitch again. Center fielder Koziolik, right-hander in the box. Off the end of the bat towards shortstop Weinkoff. Flips to second. She drops it at second base. Everybody's safe. Second baseman Holzinger couldn't handle that throw over from Weinkoff. So that's back-to-back errors here for the Dinos. So top of the order now, left-handed Hilper. We'll see if Humber has anything going here. She squares the bunt. Beautiful bunt to the pitcher. Fires over the first in time for the sacrifice. Flips it back to third base. Back in time. Nice sacrifice bunt there by Shea Hilpert. So the runners move up, second and third. Tuck at third. Koziolik at second. The two-hitter, Christina D'Angelo. Oh, this is Brianna Oliver. Swing and a miss. So the one-strike pitch. Oliver ready. On the corner. She takes it for strike 2. Corner infielders. First baseman creeping in. Third baseman about even with the bag. Emma Stevens gets her sign, rocks and fires. Pops straight up. Third baseman Reed over. They're calling for a collision. The catcher makes the catch. Megan Stevens makes the catch. Reed takes a hard hit. Everyone looks to be okay. So 2 down now. Nice catch by Megan Stevens, but Haley Reed unable to get out of the way, and they take a hard hit. Pitcher Emma Stevens checks on her third baseman. They're going to call timeout to check on her. Hey, Bill? So at St. Clair Sports Park behind us, as we take a break in the action here, there's still no score between the UBC Okanagan Hawks, or Heat, excuse me, against the St. Clair Saints. Top of the third inning behind us, as Reed tries to get her faculties, kind of shake it off. We have someone warming up on the bench for the Dinos in case she's unable to continue. And Reed looks like she's going to be okay. That's good to see. She took a hard hit from the catcher. So it's getting noisier here in the St. Clair campus. Behind us, the Saints have something going with a runner on third. Alexis Ferreira is the batter now for the Hawks. Ferreira went down looking her first time. She's the Hawks' power hitter. 5 home runs this season. Ferreira in her 4th year out of Mississauga, Ontario, the 5'9" righty. Big ovation behind us at the St. Clair Sports Park. Sounds like the Saints are on the board behind us. Home run. Heads up. We got a ball. Foul ball this way. Who hit it? So the Saints behind us have now taken a 3-0 lead on a home run as they lead the Heat at the St. Clair Sports Park. 1-2 to count here. Emma Stevens heading the count against Alexis Ferreira. She wheels and fires high fastball. Strike 3 looking again. Ferreira didn't like the high fastball. And the Dinos get out of a jam. So we'll be back after this here on We Digital.
For every big breath, for every little breath, and for every breath in between, Ontario Power Generation is committed to keeping Ontario's air clean. That's why the power we generate is 99% free of smog and carbon emissions. Because clean air matters to us all.
Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
And we're back here, bottom of the third inning. Megan Stevens, the leadoff hitter. Update from St. Clair Sports Park. The Saints now lead UBC 3-0 on a blast home run. Here's a fly ball left field. Easy catch by D'Angelo. There's Brianna Kressler, I heard, hit the 3-run bomb over the left field fence at the Sports Park to give the Saints the lead. So one out here quickly in the third. McKenna Regier now, the lefty. Swing and a miss, strike one. Megan Muir still on the mound for the Humber Hawks. She's only given up 2 hits today. Swing and a miss, strike two. Little controversy last inning as Calgary looked like to have a runner outside the base path. Umpires allowed her to continue on the second, costing the Hawks a run. Little dribbler foul towards the Hawks dugout. We'll do the 0-2 pitch again. Moyer looks into her catcher, Michaela Tuck. The 0-2 pitch. Rocks and fires. High and away. Ball one. The 1-2 pitch. Hit hard into right field. That falls in for a base hit. Regier on first with a 1-out single. Haley Reed comes to the plate. Julie Kostick gave it a leap at second base, just a few inches too short, and it fell in for a single. So 3 hits on the board now for the Dinos. Haley Reed up. She grounded to third her first time up. Haley Reed studying kinesiology in her second year at a Delta, British Columbia. Fouled straight back. One now. Shortstop Russo up the middle, hoping for a ground ball double play. Hit hard in the hole. That's going to be tough for her to get there. It's through for a single. Russo is cheating well up the middle for a ground ball, but it hit past the third baseman Ferreira in the hole in the left field for their second hit of the inning. So I'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Gabriela Cortez. She has 2 on, 1 out here. Bottom of the third inning. The Dinos lead it 2-0. The winner of this game will improve to 2-1 and secure the 2 seed as we head to quarterfinal action later today. Strike one. Quarterfinal action will be behind us at St. Clair Sports Park. The Western Mustangs have already secured Pool B 1 seed. Change up. Ground ball to third base. Throws it over to second. Not in time. Run comes home. She's safe. That ball was hit to Ferreira at third. She hesitated as she looked to third. Wasn't able to get Regier, and then by then it was too late to get Haley Reed over at second base. So that should be a fielder's choice for Cordair. And an error on the second baseman allowing the runner to score. What inning? Yeah, we're away. So we're up to bat still? Okay. So after that meeting on the mound, we got a score update at St. Clair Sports Park. In the top of the third inning, the Saints lead the UBC Okanagan Heat 5-0. As they do battle to try and secure the 1 seed in Pool A and that first round bye. So Chloe Marr, the hitter, she reached on an error her first time up and scored the Dinos' first run. First and second, 1 out. Just missed ball 1. Russo trying to calm her infield down. At shortstop, she's playing deep at shortstop. The 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. The sun falling behind the clouds again. Wind blowing out the right field. Fouled straight back into the grandstands. 1-2. Temperature dropping here at Acumen Stadium. Hit hard into center field. over the center fielder's head. Koziolik has trouble with that. 1 run scores. And the Dinos are up 4-0. Koziolik took a bad step in, and by then it was too late, and that sailed overhead for an RBI double. So Stoylan now, second and third, 1 out. Little change up, just away. Sounds like the Saints are rolling behind us now. 6-0 for the St. Clair Saints women's team. Fastball in there for a strike. The sun trying to fight through the clouds. We're hit hard in the center fielder. Koziolik makes the catch, tags from third, play at the plate. Not in time, runner advances. So again, Humber kind of overthrows a cutoff man, allowing the runner to tag up from second and advance to third with 2 outs. And the Dinos are up 5-0. Stoylan with the sacrifice fly. That'll bring up the pitcher, Emma Stevens. Her offense has got her a 5-0 lead now, and she'll look to tack on more. Emma Stevens, her 5th year studying engineering at Lloydminster, Alberta. Takes the first pitch in for a strike. We're trying to settle down on the mound. Fastball. A little change of pace action there from Weir. Stevens, bat on her shoulder, getting ready for this next pitch. Moyer rocks and fires down low. Nice scoop by Michaela Tuck to save the run. Short hop that pitch. Ball outside. 2-2 now to count. 2 outs here. Bob in a third. The Dinos 5. Humber no score. Just missed outside. Full count. Important pitch here coming from Weir. Payoff pitch with 2 outs. Stevens rests the bat on her shoulder. Gets ready. Hit hard over the shortstop's head. She dives for it. Hits hard, but the ball falls in. An RBI single from the pitcher, Emma Stevens. She's banged up a little bit out in shortstop. Lost her visor and sunglasses on that play. She'll try and regroup, but she looks like she's okay. So the Dinos have 6 runs in the ball game. They scored 4 this inning. Shea Holzinger now. Ball misses. One and 0 now. 2 outs. Stevens on first. Foul back this way. That hit our 10. Dangerous foul ball onto the concourse at St. Clair Sports Park. The 1-1 pitch. Another nice scoop by Michaela Tuck behind the plate. Having a strong game behind home plate for the Humber Hawks. The pitcher, Stevens, still on first base. The right-hander in the box. The 2-1 pitch. A little change of pace. Line shot in the center field. There's going to be a force play. Safe at second base. So the Dinos' bats are rolling now. 5 hits in the inning. They've put 4 across here so far. And they still have 2 on, 2 outs. The 9-hitter Leah Weinkoff. She's playing short today. Struck out her first time. Takes strike one. Big secondary lead off of second base for Emma Stevens. Shortstop Amelia Russo playing that traditional deep shortstop. Outfield playing shallow, the smaller 9-hitter. Fastball in there for strike number 2. So Humber trying to get out of this jam. Muir leans back, rocks and fires. Changeup, just missed low and away. One, two now to Weinkoff. Fastball just missed. Tuck doing a good job getting the ball quickly back to her pitcher to prevent the Dinos pitcher runners from stealing any bags. 2-2 now. 2 outs. Muir rocks and fires. Little pop fly. Shortstop Russo in. She's there and snow cones it for the 3rd out. Well, 4 runs come across. The Dinos have a commanding 6-0 lead after 3. And we'll be back here on We Digital.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded.
So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
What can milk do? Well, it can turn you into a morning person. It can help fuel some pretty tough stuff. And it can definitely make cartoons funnier.
No, it can't.
Oh, well, it can have a little edge. But come on, even kiddies love it. It'll keep up with you at any age. It makes engines whir and creme brulee creamy. It's one of the easiest labels you'll ever read. And anything that makes this happen is pretty special. In fact, what can't milk do?
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
You have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
There's a shot of St. Clair Sports Park. The Saints taking on UBC Okanagan Heat. The Saints lead it 6-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning there. The Saints rolling right now. My name is Dan Dominguez. We have action back here. 1-1 count now. The Humber Hawks come to bat in the top of the 4th inning. Emma Stevens still on the mound for the Calgary Dinos. Jess McPherson, the hitter. Little changeup. Just missed. Two-one pitch from Stevens. Hit hard down the left field line. Well foul. She gave that one a ride. So Stevens walks behind the mound. Readies herself for this 2-2 pitch. McPherson in the box. Pop foul into the grandstands this way. Takes a big hop. And the Humber fan unable to come up with that one. Two now. Stevens rocks and fires. Changeup. Hit hard down in the hole. That sneaks through for a base hit. Takes a big turn at first, but holds there for a leadoff single. Nice effort there from Reed and Weinkoff, but that ball was hit too hard. So Russo now, she flew out the left her first time. Humber's going to have to get something going here to get back into this game in the 4th inning. Wind still blowing out the right field. Hit hard to the third baseman. Off her glove. Fair ball. She has nowhere to go with it. She got handcuffed on that hard hit to third. wait for a ruling there. They give her a hit. That was a tough play to handle at third base. So the Hawks bench showing some life now as they trail 6-0, but have a little something going on here. 2 on, nobody out. Riley DeVries, the hitter. Emma Stevens rocks back and fires the 1-0 pitch. Hit hard down the right field, off the second baseman's glove, in for a single. They hold the runner at third. They throw it home. Nice throw. Good job by Coach Dwayne Bowles to hold the runner. Down 6 runs. They can't run into any outs right here. That was a shot down the right side. Holzinger got a glove on it, unable to make the play. The Dinos call timeout to have a meeting on the mound. So the Hawks starting to show some life here. Starting to dial in on pitcher Emma Stevens. The first signs of someone warming up in the pen a little bit for Calgary. Someone just starting to get loose. She's bundled up, so we can't pick a number out of in the bullpen. So bases are loaded. Nobody out. Top of the 4th inning. Megan Muir, the batter. Top of the 4th. Infield creeps in a little bit. They got to force it to the plate. Let's see what Calgary does with the ground ball. She takes strike 1. So it looks like they might try and come home for the force if they get a ground ball right to them. Try and keep the Hawks off the board. Emma Stevens rocks back on the 0-1 pitch. High fastball, just missed. Ball 1. So Russo at second base. She's getting a big jump off a second after the pitch. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled into the dugout. Strike number 2. 1-2. One, 2 now. Change up. Down the line. Foul ball. Little change up there. Moyer had the weight on it. Just got the end of the bat. Rolled it foul to Reed. So Emma Stevens on the mound here still for the Calgary Dinos. Rocks and fires. Fastball low. 2-2. Stevens gets her sign. Fires in. Strike 3 looking right down the middle. Muir knew it right away. First out of the inning for the Hawks. Michaela tucked the batter. She's catching for the Hawks. She reached on an error her first time up. Hit hard to the third base. Past the glove. 1 run will score. They hold the runner at third. She has to scamper back. And the Hawks are on the board. And the Hawks still have the bases loaded. Only 1 out. Hannah Koziolik, the batter. They're having a little trouble with the mound. Base ump comes to help out. So the Dinos lead it here 6-1 in the top of the 4th inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. The 9-hitter, Hannah Koziolik. Fastball in there for a strike. Right-hander takes her practice cuts. Humber bench cheering and dancing on the first base dugout. High pop fly to right field. Regier is there in foul ground, makes the catch, tags up, throws it to plate. She is safe. So a sac fly there for Koziolik. Scores Russo from third. The runners advance to second and third, and it's now 6-2 Calgary. Looks like Koziolik's going to go pinch run for the catcher Tuck. Let her prepare for the next half inning behind the plate. So that brings up Shea Hilpert now. She doubled and had a sacrifice bunt her 2 plate appearances. Big at bat here. A pair of runs in scoring position. Outfield playing pretty deep. Koziolik should be able to score on a single to the outfield. She's getting a big jump off of second base as well. Left-hander adjusts her batting gloves. Back in the box. Down 0-1. Emma Stevens leans back, rocks and fires. Change up, hit hard, base hit in the left field. 1 run scores, rounds third. The throw at the plate, she is safe. A 2 RBI double. The Hawks are creeping back in this game. They only trail 6-4. A 2-out, 2 RBI double by Shea Hilpert. The Hawks dugout is fired up. Brianna Oliver, the right-handed first baseman, up now. Swing and a miss. She took a huge rip at that one. Oliver has 1 home run in limited action this year. In her 3rd year at Humber. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2. That one was looked low and away. She couldn't reach that one. So 2 strikes now as Stevens tries to regroup. The Hawks have put 4 across here in the top of the 4th. Hit high to right field. Regier battling the wind and the sun. Makes the catch for the 3rd out. The Hawks have a big inning to creep back into this game. They trail at 6-4. And we'll be back here for the bottom here on We Digital.
Email from school about the incident today.
Scary.
You know, teachers like me, parents, we don't always know as much as you guys do about what's going on with other kids.
Half the time, it's rumors.
Yeah, but if you're ever concerned about a friend who's having trouble with alcohol, prescription drugs, anything, you need to tell an adult, someone you know and trust. That can be hard, but speaking up about a problem is what helping a friend is all about.
No. I never smoked any. Sure, I smoked a bit, but it was more your mom who was into it. Pot grows naturally, but it won't help you grow as a person.
Talking cannabis with your teen can be learned. Download our free brochure.
You know what? Poison ivy grows naturally, but it's not good for you, is it?
Find the answers you need at drugfreekidscanada.org.
Score update over at St. Clair Sports Park. The Saints still lead 6-0 in the top of the 4th against the UBC Okanagan Heat. So the leadoff hitter, Megan Stevens now. She's 0 for 2. Line out and a fly out. Megan Muir back on the mound. Humber has some life now in it. Only down by 2 runs. High fastball misses. Two 2-0 now. Muir rocks and fires. Hit hard down the left field line. Fair ball. That's going to be extra bases. She rounds first and heads to second. There's going to be a throw, but it's offline. A stand-up double for Megan Stevens. McKenna Regier now. The right fielder is 1 for 2. She had a single and a run scored in the 3rd inning. Nobody out. Little cue ball action. Pitcher can't catch it, but flips it over to Oliver for the 1st out. Runner cannot advance. She cue balled that right off the end of the bat. Muir tried to catch it in the air, unable to do so, but easily flipped over to Oliver for out number 1. Haley Reed now 1 for 2 and a run scored. Fastball in there, strike 1. Oh, and 1 now. Off the end of the bat, just fouled on the left field line. Ferrer gave it a shot. Just left to third base. Reed down 0-2. So the Hawks showing some more life after that big top half of the 4th inning. Get themselves back in this game. High fastball. Fires it back to the mound quickly. Russo really deep at shortstop. She's going to have a hard time making a play from that far back. Fastball misses. 2-2 now, 1 out. Megan Stevens still on second base. Little change up, back to the pitcher. Flips over the first for the out, but Stevens advances to third on the play. She's there with 2 outs. Another well-timed change-up there by Megan Muir. So the cleanup hitter now, Gabriela Cordair. She's playing left field, 0 for 2. She reached and scored on a fielder's choice back in the 4-run bottom of the 3rd inning. High, just misses. Ball 1. Tuck behind the plate, got to keep everything in front of her. A little change of pace action. In there for a strike, 1-1. Second and short, playing really deep for the Humber Hawks. Any slow roller is going to cause all sorts of trouble. 1-1 pitch. High, fouled back over the screen. 1-2. The fan chases it down the steps. It creeps down the steps like a slinky. The 1-2 pitch. A little change up right field. That's going to drop in. She gives it a valiant effort, but it skips past her. Big turn at first base, but an RBI single for Gabriela Cordair. The Dinos lead at 7-4, getting one of those runs back that they gave up last half. Chloe Marr, the batter, she's playing first base today. She had a double and also reached on an error. She scored twice. A little shot up the middle. That drops in for a single. Runner holds at second base. First and second, 2 outs. Marr with her second hit of the ball game. So a 2-out rally here for the Dinos. Brooke Stoylan, the center fielder. She's 1 for 1. A single, a sac fly, and a run scored. Having herself a ball game. Fastball high in the left field. D'Angelo's there. Makes the catch, and the Hawks get out of it, just giving up 1 run. So we're through 4 complete. The Dinos lead at 7-4, and we'll be back here on We Digital.
For every big breath, for every little breath, and for every breath in between, Ontario Power Generation is committed to keeping Ontario's air clean. That's why the power we generate is 99% free of smog and carbon emissions. Because clean air matters to us all.
Where are you headed?
I'm just gonna hang out.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
And we're back here. Acumen Stadium, the 2022 CCSA National Championship Tournament being held at Acumen Stadium in St. Clair Sports Park, both on the beautiful campus of St. Clair College here in a chilly Windsor, Ontario. The sun trying to work its way through the clouds. A light breeze out the right field. The Dinos lead it here in the top of the fifth inning, 7-4. Humber had a big inning last inning in the fourth. They put 4 across to make it 6-4. The Dinos tacked one on in the bottom half to lead it by 3. The Hawks dugout still showing signs of life. Behind us at St. Clair Sports Park, the St. Clair Saints are doing battle with University of British Columbia, Okanagan. The Saints lead the Heat 6-0 in that one. The winner of that game behind us will claim the 1 spot in Pool A action. The loser will take the 2 spot, and they'll face off in the quarterfinals on the loser of this game. Either Calgary or Humber. So 3-1 now. Emma Stevens still on the hill. Megan Stevens, her catcher. Steven Stevens' battery. 3-1 pitch. Just missed. A leadoff walk. And Humber is going to try and get something going here in the 5th. The big right-handed hitter coming to the bat now. She's 1 for 2, a run scored. Corners playing in for the Dinos. Ball low, 1-0. So Stevens having a little trouble finding the strike zone here in the top of the 5th. The Dino fans with a giant coffee run, trying to stay warm. Ball misses, 2-0. Stevens asks for help with the pitching mound. Base ump obliges, and we're ready to go, 2-0. McPherson takes her practice cut, steps back in the back of the batter's box, and she's ready to go. Big, tall, right-handed hitter. Stevens rocks and fires. High, pop fly. Second baseman creeps back, having a little trouble with the sun and the wind, but makes the catch. McKenna Regier. That ball hung up in the wind, giving Regier plenty of time to camp underneath it to record the first out. So Amelia Russo now, 1 for 2, run scored and a fly out in her 2 times up. Emma Stevens now. Rocks back and fires. Just misses. Ball 1. Emma Stevens gets her sign from catcher Megan Stevens. Another ball low. So Stevens having to work here in the top of the 5th inning. The sun finally pokes through the clouds here. There's the Humber bench. Singing along, trying to get their team fired up. Strike number 1 in there. Two and 1 now. 1 on, 1 out for the Hawks. Hit hard over the shortstop's head. Weinkoff is there. Makes the catch. She had to make up some ground there on the pop fly over her head. She was able to track it down and record the catch for out number 2. So DeVries the hitter now. After the leadoff walk, the Hawks unable to get anything going after that. High pop-up in the infield. Weinkoff calls for it. She's underneath. The second baseman calls her off at the last moment, and Holzinger records the out. So the Dinos get out of it. They still lead it, and we'll be back here on We Digital.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded.
So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
Email from school about the incident today.
Scary.
You know, teachers like me, parents, we don't always know as much as you guys do about what's going on with other kids.
Half the time, it's rumors.
Yeah, but if you're ever concerned about a friend who's having trouble with alcohol, prescription drugs, anything, you need to tell an adult, someone you know and trust. That can be hard, but speaking up about a problem is what helping a friend is all about.
And we're back here at Acumen Stadium, bottom of the fifth inning. Megan Weir still on the hill for the Humber Hawks. First pitch in there for ball one. Pitcher Stevens up the bat now for the Dinos. He's got a single and a double today. Really helping her cause on the mound. Takes strike one. 1-1. Big swing and a miss. Strike number 2. Weir walks to the back of the mound. Prepares for this 1-2 pitch. Just misses high. 2-2. Russo way deep at shortstop. Towards midfield of the football field. Big swing and a miss. She goes down on strikes. Weir with the strikeout. That's Muir's second strikeout of the ball game. Second baseman Shay Holzinger comes to the bat. She's 1 for 2. Ground out to second in a single. Takes strike 1 on the outer part of the plate. Humber trying to keep the Dinos from scoring so he can get a couple more innings to try and get back in this ball game. Nice little changeup. Looks like it curved away from her there. Strike 2. So Muir trying to get back in a groove here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Strike 3. She goes down looking. Muir with her third strikeout of the ball game. Humber fires the ball around. They have 2 down here in the bottom of the fifth. 9-hitter Leah Weinkoff, the batter. She's 0 for 2 today. Little change-up. Down low, ball 1. Megan Weir leans back, rocks and fires. High pop fly on the infield. Third baseman Ferreira underneath it. Makes the catch for the third out of the inning. We're through 5 complete. The Dinos lead it 7-4. And we'll be back here on We Digital.
No. No. I never smoked any. Sure, I smoked a bit. But it was more your mom who was into it. Pot grows naturally, but it won't help you grow as a person.
Talking cannabis with your teen can be learned. Download our free brochure.
You know what? Poison ivy grows naturally, but it's not good for you, is it?
Find the answers you need at drugfreekidscanada.org.
Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just Tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to...
And we're back here at Acumen Stadium. Score update from the St. Clair Sports Park. The St. Clair Saints lead 9-0 in the top of the fifth inning against the UBC Okanagan Heat. Bunt down the third base line. Tough play. She's easily safe on the beautiful bunt down the third base line by the pitcher, Megan Muir. Dropped that down beautifully down the third base line. Alexis Ferreira had no shot at making a play there. Correction. Third baseman Haley Reed. So Michaela Tuck now takes strike number one. Humber cheering in their dugout, trying to keep their team in this ballgame. They trail 7-4 from the Dinos. Down to their last 6 outs. Hit foul. Bowles makes a beautiful play in the coach's box. Flips it back to the third baseman. Two strikes now to Tuck. The 0-2 pitch. Change up. Hit hard. Line drive. They're going to double her up at first base. 2 for the price of 1. The Hawks run themselves into a double play. Change up off the end of the bat. Lines it out the Weinkauf. She smartly flips it over the Mar for the twin killing. Koziolik now with nobody on base. Humber down to their last 4 outs. Little shot in left field. Tough play. That's down for a base hit. Cordair does the smart play. Stays on her feet to keep the ball from bouncing past her. Stoyland was nowhere in sight, so if that got past her, Koziolik was going to run for days. So Hilper now, she's got a pair of doubles and a sacrifice. She's the leadoff hitter for the Humber Hawks. Hits it over the screen, foul. One strike now. Left-hander in the box. Emma Stevens still on the hill for the Calgary Dinos. Change up. Runner goes. Nobody at second base. She dives in safely. A little miscommunication on D for the Dinos. Koziolik steals second. Oh, 2 now. Misses. Just outside. 1-2 now. Fouled back. We'll redo the 1-2 pitch. Koziolik over on second base. The Calgary bench on their feet trying to stay warm or in the third base dugout. The 1-2 pitch. Change up. Hit hard. Base hit in the right field. They hold the runner at third. She runs through the stop sign. She is safe. Coach Dwayne Bowles had the stop sign, but that wasn't going to stop Hannah Koziolik. She ran right through the stop sign and slid in safely for the 5th run. Hilpert advances a second on the throw, so it's a single in advance. So Oliver now in a big at-bat as the Hawks trail by 2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Ball down. Hilpert getting a big jump off a second after that pitch is thrown. Emma Stevens on the hill, trying to get out of this 2-out jam. In there for strike 1. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Stevens rocks and fires in tight, almost hit the batter. 2-1 now. Hit hard off the pitcher. Throw to first in time. For out number 3, we'll have to make sure Stevens is okay. That was a shot to the pitcher. She's able to knock it down and make the play for the third out of the inning. So it's 7-5 now. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back here on We Digital.
For every big breath, for every little breath, and for every breath in between, Ontario Power Generation is committed to keeping Ontario's air clean. That's why the power we generate is 99% free of smog and carbon emissions. Because clean air matters to us all.
What can milk do? Well, it can turn you into a morning person. It can help fuel some pretty tough stuff. And it can definitely make cartoons funnier.
No, it can't.
Oh, well, it can have a little edge. But come on, even kiddies love it. It'll keep up with you at any age. It makes engines whir and creme brulee creamy. It's one of the easiest labels you'll ever read. And anything that makes this happen is pretty special. In fact, what can't milk do?
And we're back here. St. Clair College, the wind blowing out to right field in front of St. Clair College on this cold, windy day on a Saturday afternoon at Acumen Stadium. Dinos lead 7-5. Behind us, the Saints are getting close to a mercy in the 5th inning as they lead at 10-0 against UBC. We're going to have a change of scheduling here for the next game. The 4th place matchup is going to be here at Acumen Stadium now at 3 o'clock instead of 4. Dinos up the bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They lead at 7-5, 1-2 count. Should be Megan Stevens up the bat, the catcher. Megan Muir still on the hill, high fastball. Michaela Tuck doing a good job to keep that from going to the screen. Well, the University of Toronto taking on University of Ottawa in that 4th place matchup. Matchup of 0-3 teams, and there's a strikeout there for the Dinos for the first out of the inning. McKenna Regier now. That'll be the Varsity Blues against the Gigis at 3 o'clock here. Muir rocks and fires. A little changeup hitting towards center field. Koziolik is there. Makes the play. Out number 2. So 2 outs now for the Hawks. They still trail at 7-5. Two outs now. Swing and a miss. Big rip at it from Reed for strike number 1. 0-1 now. Muir leans back, rocks and fires. In tight, almost hit her. 1-1. There's a third baseman, Alexis Ferreira, there at third base, cheering her pitcher on. Popped back towards the grandstands. 1-2. Two outs, nobody on. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, shortstop. Russo flips to first base. Brianna Oliver with the stretch for the third out of the inning. Well, we're going to head to the 7th. Do or die for the Hawks. We'll be back here on We Digital.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded.
So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
Email from school about the incident today.
Scary.
You know, teachers like me, parents, we don't always know as much as you guys do about what's going on with other kids.
Half the time, it's rumors.
Yeah, but if you're ever concerned about a friend who's having trouble with alcohol, prescription drugs, anything, you need to tell an adult, someone you know and trust. That can be hard, but speaking up about a problem is what helping a friend is all about.
Here in the last game of pool play of this 2022 CCSA National Championship. Fouled to the right side off the Humber dugout. Mia Pilak now the pitcher, trying to come in for the save for the Calgary Dinos. Alexis Ferreira up the bat, right-hander in the box ready. Pilak pitched yesterday for the Dinos as well. High fastball in there for strike two. Got a timeout here. Another mound adjustment. Quick standings update. The St. Clair Saints have secured the bye in the Pool A. UBC 2-1. Durham was 1-2. And Toronto was 0-3 in Pool A. Western was 3-0 in this pool. Ottawa 0-3. Grounded foul. Calgary and Humber both stand at 1-1. The winner taking the 2 seed, the loser falling to the 3 seed. But it also, both teams will be advancing to the quarterfinals later today. 0-2 now. Nobody out, nobody on. Right-handed third baseman Ferreira up. Hit high in the center field. Brooke Stoylan battling the sun. She's there and makes the catch. Stoylan with a nice catch. Battling the wind and sun with no hat out there in center field. And the Hawks are down to their last 2 outs. The big right-handed McPherson takes strike one. She's 1 for 3 today. Single and a fly out. Humber still showing some spirit on the bench, trying to will their team into a couple of runs. Swing and foul back into the screen. Strike 2. Pilak throwing hard here for the Calgary Dinos. McPherson down 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. She rocks back and fires. Fouled back into the grandstands. A fine catch by an SSAA member. That's Jared with the catch. Hard hit to third base. Fires across. Skeets her foot on the base, out at first base. So Russo's the last hope for the Humber Hawks. Time is called as we need to adjust the mound. So Mia Pilak trying to get the save for the Calgary Dinos. They lead it 7-5 here in the top of the 7th inning. Hard hit. Weinkoff there. The Dinos win it 7-5. They claim the 2 seed in the 2022 CCSA Championships. So I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. You can catch all the action on WeDigital.ca, the WeDigital YouTube page, or you can check out our WeDigital Facebook page for all the links. We also have quarterfinal action. At 2 o'clock, there'll be a game on the St. Clair Sports Park. On Acumen Stadium at 3 o'clock, we'll have the battle of the 4th place teams. And another quarterfinal later at 4 o'clock. Semis at 6 and 8 o'clock. And the bronze and gold medals tomorrow. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. We'll see you at 3 o'clock back here on WeDigital.